Hey, welcome back. My name is Matthew. We're going to continue playing Priest. We won the last game versus Rogue. Seemed like a pretty standard Rogue. Teched in the Arcane Giants from the One Night in Karazhan expansion. I'm surprised at how little aggro we've been facing. It is getting close to the end of the month, so I'd expect a lot more mid-range shaman, face hunters, things like that. Okay, warrior. Probably dragon warrior, could be Cthulhu or control warrior. I think we'll hedge against this being a dragon warrior. We're keeping the Wild Pyromancer Smite combo because that can deal with any of the 3 health minions. For example, the 3/3 charge, Alex Strauss's champion. Okay, the armor up is a strong indication that this is a control warrior of some kind. Still could be dragon, but it's much more likely not. The armor up on 3, this has to be control. Otherwise he has a very poor start. Let's get the injured Blade Master out while we can. In this match, if it is Control Warrior, we're going to want to have usually 2 minions on board. Okay, well if I draw a Shadow Word Pain, that would be nice. Entomb, not quite. I can certainly clear this, but it requires using my Pyro and my Smite. It's probably worth it just to keep the Blade Master alive, since I don't have a Resurrect in hand.
I must consider.
That is a lot to spend just to kill a Doomsayer, though. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm not convinced that it's the right play. I suppose the good news is I should be able to get some value out of my heal here. Okay, slam, not drawing a card, so he's definitely planning to fatigue me. It means he's got at least 1 Gore Howl in his deck. Probably more. Now, this is not worth defending. On 6 he's going to want to play his Justicar. And I'll have to choose between Shadow Word Death or Entomb.
I must consider.
The alternative is that I entomb the Doomsayer, which I don't want it in my deck, so won't do that.
I have no time for games.
Sylvanas, on the other hand, that would be nice to entomb. However, it does mean that he'll be able to more easily transfer his Acolyte of Pains over to me. I think that's probably okay. Other cards that I might want to entomb, if this is a really late control game oriented warrior instead of the fatigue warrior, maybe Ysera. I do only have 1 entomb. This is a tough call. I think I'm going to use the Shadow Word Death strictly because I have 2 Shadow Word Deaths and not because I don't want Sylvanas. And while I'm at it, I think it makes sense to get the Priest of the Feast out of my hand. I've got this for card draw next turn, should be fine, so I'm okay with him using removal right now. Okay, an Ironforge Portal, so probably a Shield Slam coming out. No Shield Slam, okay, well that's good news for me. I have a couple of ways to play this turn. The question is whether I'm drawing 2 cards or 1 card from the Auctioneer. And I think I'm going to just draw 1 so that I can kill this off. I think that's worthwhile.
I got the best deals anywhere.
That's my cake!
Alright, there's the Shield Slam. So he has 2 executes and a Shield Slam left for hard removal. Having the Harrison Jones in my deck would be nice because he will eventually play a Gorehowl. So that might be worth the Entomb, but it's not a very big threat to me, so from that standpoint it might just not be worth it. I guess here we're going to encourage him to use an Execute. If he doesn't, then he'll have to trade a Weapon Charge and a Harrison into this, and that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine by me. I'm going to avoid playing the Wild Pyromancer as long as I can, because I want my Resurrect effects to get Death Rattles. Or Blade Masters. Blade Masters are good too, but preferably Death Rattles, so that when he's forced to brawl, I'll be in a good spot. Okay, first Resurrect. We have a Pyro down, a Blade Master down, and a Priest of the Feast down. I believe that's it. That's a 2 and 3 for a decent outcome. It's not good enough yet. I want 1 more minion before I play any Resurrect effects. Preferably Cairn, I think, would be the best. Twilight Summoner would be second best. Oh right, I've also lost a Gadget Zan. I have to remember that. It is looking like I'm going to have to throw away a card. I don't want to risk this being the Cold Light Oracle deck and losing half my cards. I need most of the ones that are still in my deck. I could play these 2 and draw 2. That would leave me at 9 in hand. 3 mana left. Alright, we're going to do it.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Choose quickly.
If we lose our N'Zoth in a mill, then we will be in a very bad spot. Probably can't win if that happens, so We have to avoid that at all costs. Okay, there's an execute. I believe that means he has one execute and one shield slam remaining.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
Now, if I play the Sylvanas and he brawls, giving me an Acolyte, he'll have 2 mana left to make me draw 1 extra card. I still won't overdraw, so I think that's fine.
I have no time for games.
Okay. Slam and trade. And he's not giving me an Acolyte of Pain, so that's perfectly acceptable for me. There's that Gore Howl I was worried about. I'll wait for the Twilight Summoner to die before I cast the Resurrects. I think that's a reasonable decision. I'm 2 cards ahead in Fatigue. I'm very lucky he hasn't got his Justicar out yet. Okay, that's good news for me. I can resurrect pretty safely. Okay, that could be a small problem, but I'm not super worried about it. Ah, Cairn. That is perfect. Okay, I'm going to play Cairn before I resurrect as well.
You are not fit to rule the Horde.
The more of my death rattles I get out before I resurrect, the better. The last thing I want to get out of it is a Wild Pyromancer or one of my Auctioneers. I need to have these death rattles coming out. Okay. Bash, and then Geddon finishes it. Alright. I don't want to give my opponent Excavated Evils if I can avoid it. This is probably a fine use of Death, Holy Nova, and then a Resurrect. I guess we'll start with the Resurrect. No, we won't, because if I get an Auctioneer, I don't want to draw the cards. That is exactly what I want. Best card to get back. 2 mana Cairn, not bad. Alright, he's got his Justicar now, so he's going to have Tank Up. That gives him the longevity, but it may not be enough for him. I do not think I will entomb the Justicar, although at this point, what other cards is he going to have? I might need it to remove Grom, although if he has Grom, he's likely to save it as a finisher when I'm going to die. I think we'll kill off our Cairn and then resurrect and hopefully get another Cairn.
For honor.
Okay, that's fine.
I can wait no longer.
Okay, well, there's the Grom. I guess I'll be entombing that. I do still need to worry that he might have Ysera. I mean, he's had all the late game stuff so far. I still have 2 resurrect effects, so I'm still not going to play the pyro. I will just entomb and start mitigating some of his armor gain. Now, N'Zoth is great, but he has the problem of facing off against 2 brawls. If he brawls and then brawls, all my death rattle will be gone, and I'll have a single minion remaining. Okay, I think I want to save the Grom until his armor is a bit lower.
I wonder.
If I do Grom, he goes down to 8 armor, he armors up again, he can shield slam. But he still has 7 cards in his deck.
I must consider.
Quickly.
And I'm pretty happy if I resurrect a Grom, so let's do it. Oh, this is another one of those long control matchups. I do enjoy playing them, but I'm worried that you guys will not enjoy watching them. Okay, that's both executes down. He has exactly 1 shield slam left in his deck. Let's hope we get that Grom back, or another death rattle would be nice. Okay, that's fine. This should force him to brawl. And if he brawls this, then I can play N'Zoth, because he only has 1 more brawl after that. Okay, he's drawing cards. That's also good for me. I don't want to be behind in fatigue, so that's good. I think I've got 1 more Onyx Bishop in here. Okay, shield slam down. Fantastic. Oh, I was disconnected? That's not good. Okay, seems like all he did was the shield slam.
Checkmate.
As long as we're dealing more damage per turn than his tank up is giving him, then we're not going to commit anything more to the board. I want him to have to waste a... Alright, a Black Knight. He's playing in the wrong meta right now.
Set of cards.
I must consider.
I'm not sure if I want to kill the Black Knight or not. I think I Onyx Bishop and then decide.
The game begins.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna kill it.
Checkmate.
Well, his weapon has 2 attack left. Karen will be at 3? I think that's fine.
Check.
He has 1 revenge left, I believe. Maybe 2? I don't quite remember. I think he used 1. But right now I'm just bleeding him of cards, so... Alright, that's wasted the last 2 charges of the Gore Howl for a +1 attack on the weapon. That's good for me.
I'm out of cards.
Power Word Glory, I can use that to heal up from fatigue damage, or to mitigate one of his threats.
I'm almost out of cards.
Okay, he has 5 cards left. His Golden Monkey is no longer looking very threatening. 2 of these cards are Brawl. That is a small problem, but that's fine. As long as I have enough damage on board that his tank up is not overcoming my incoming damage, I'll be happy. I will never play these Excavated Evils unless he somehow floods the board and I need to clear it. Flash Heal and Power Word Glory give me the fatigue survivability. I'm doing 2 extra damage per turn, then he's able to heal. And I'm able to heal for 2, so that's a 4 health differential every single round. Right now I don't have to do anything. I've won the game, so he has to make a move. Alright, there's Brawl number 1. Okay, now the health differential is only +1 for me, which is probably not enough. If I play in Zoth, then he plays a second Brawl, and I still have all my Death Rattle effects, so I think that is definitely the right play. However, I do have to bear in mind, he could have Brawl and Deathwing. Now if that's the case, he'd be able to Brawl, get rid of all my Death Rattles, and then Deathwing. And if he did that, I would lose. That might be too paranoid. Yeah, I think that's... I'll wait one more turn. I'll wait one more turn. Actually, I'll wait one more turn again, and then one more turn again after that, because I'm still going to be able to heal up for more than I'm... well, for as much as I'm fatiguing by using the Power Word Glory. Which essentially makes it so that I'm healing for 6 every turn, whereas he's only healing for 1 every turn. So I'm still far ahead. I don't need to take the risk.
Checkmate.
Yes, checkmate. Exactly. You know what's up, Onyx Bishop.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
I'm just trying to think if there's any way for me to lose in this situation. I don't think so, because I have the Flash Heal as backup. I think he's going to realize quickly that he actually has to do something. So, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to take 9 plus this 6 plus maybe a Leroy. That's 21, but I'll be healing, so I think that's okay.
I wonder.
Checkmate.
That should be game over, unless he has something crazy up his sleeves. I mean, Sogoth is pretty good. But it's not enough. I mean, he's taking 8, which means that he only has 6 health left. Oh, actually I can only do 5, so he is actually still alive. And I will be taking 10.
Signed in blood. Signed in blood.
I do want to pop that, even if he has a Deathwing. I think it's fine. Alright, good game.
Well played.
Alright, that was a long one. Okay, still continuing the win streak. Almost up to 13. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a long one. I'll see you guys next time. Putting them to face just means that I can heal. He's not going to be doing much. Okay, well, I'm perfectly fine with drawing cards, so... There we go. And we may as well neuter his Malikins. He's got no spells left that can hit you in the face, and whenever this attack, it's going to